Hello, this is another episode of the Convention Creators Podcast in collaboration with the Opinion Zone Podcast. I know. Today, we're in the same room, but not only that, we are talking about SonicCon that we have just come back from.
SonicCon was what you wanted it to be, but times 100. And it was almost scarily intense.
Yeah.
But in the best way possible. There were so many people, and there were so many, not fears, but questions going into it. Mm-hmm. For example, there's going to be twice the amount of traders this time.
Yeah.
So how are we going to fare compared to last year when there was less of us? But my God.
Yes, so there was a lot of like, what's it going to be like? How is it going to be for us? So it was quite an interesting thing. I will say, the first day we got there, right from the bat, it's probably one of the most straightforward setup days we've had. I think maybe I'm just used to doing like the big cons like MCM and stuff, the 3-day events where you have to park what feels like 6 working days away from your location and then trail everything across. This was quite a pleasant experience. The venue, I quite enjoyed the venue.
Yeah, it was nice. It had a lovely service elevator at the back because it was a hotel.
Yeah.
We got to see the inner workings of the walls around the hotel and what's in them, and it's really creepy. Especially the elevator that creaks, and it's terrifying because it's tiny and didn't have a light inside, so you're like in the dark, holding onto your phone.
It was a bit Tower of Terror.
It was a little bit. Very Final Destination. But actually, it was much easier to bring stuff in, especially because we had a total of 2, 4, 6 or 7 statues.
Yes.
Rather than the usual 2, some of which were bulkier than usual.
Yeah.
Silver's always a pain in the ass to carry, not because he's a pain in the ass, but because of the shape. It's an awkward shape. The Knuckles statue is very heavy, unlike what people were saying when they're passing by. Oh, it's 3D printed. I guess it's really light. No.
You want to lift it? You want to try it?
No, you don't. The overall experience of setting up was much easier, especially because we also only had 2 tables versus the usual 4 or 6 that we have. So the bigger headache, in inverted commas, was how to fit everything in, rather than how to actually do the setup. It was very easygoing because we were staff for the weekend. We got to set up a little bit earlier than everyone, just in case when people do come in, they will need help bringing stuff in, or Jake and Kay would need more volunteers on the setup day rather than the day of.
I think also with our particular setup, because it's quite a large setup and a very vertical setup, I think actually it help the people in our area that we were done, so they could set up around rather than us constantly being in the way. So
How was done. Yes, we did everyone a favor by being out of people's way as early as possible, and that gave us a bit of time to walk around on the Friday before the event started. We made sure that our dearest Kay was well fed, because she focuses so much on the event that she completely forgets any form of self-care. And after that, we did do some scouting around. What was interesting to me is that firstly, there were so many people there the day before to collect their ticket. And this is attendees,
Yes.
not people setting up. And because the entrance is made out of glass,
They could see right in.
they could see
getting
inside,
ready.
and they more or less assumed that because there's people walking inside, working on their tables, that they could come in. There was a lot of people sneaking in. There were a lot of people trying to like just walk past very casually. I'm like, I belong in here. But you weren't.
There was some instances
But also,
where
it's fine with us anyway. Not with Jake.
Well, it was
Not with the staff.
But yeah, there were a few occasions where like us and other artists were like just chatting, and suddenly like just another person would join the conversation. We were like, oh. And then it would only become very apparent, like a bit later, that you shouldn't be here right now.
You shouldn't be in here.
That all the fun can wait. Hold tight. But so they had to be.
Yes. Yeah. So obviously, as you can imagine, people were enthusiastic to join us, but during setup, people aren't allowed in for a variety of reasons. Safety, you never know if a stand is going to, not be fully safe and ready for you to approach it yet. Mostly like our rails, our t-shirt rails, stay clear. It's you haven't paid for the previous day.
Yes.
So maybe not next time. Maybe we people will need to avoid trying to sneak in.
The other interesting thing about setup day was we mentioned we have 2 tables, but we sort of had 2 and a bit tables.
We did, because
Sonic Cage Dome had a 4-foot table on the end as a little way of like, just a fun way of sort of highlighting like, we've been around a while doing the Sonic stuff. So it's kind of a fun way just to engage people with that. Again, more of an extension of stuff that Sonic KHM is doing with convention creatives and stuff. But my first time having like a space dedicated to my stuff, I already had my first like setup nightmare, which was that minimal branding. There was only one thing to brand. We had a roller banner, but we also had like a little thing to go on the front of the table to be like, this is what it is, celebrating 20 years, and it got lost in transit. I say in transit, it got long story. It got lost, so there was nothing for the whole event. So, first time ever doing it, and I'm already got a mini horror story. Yay! Now I feel like I belong.
You are part of this now. Not only that, but you had a miscut in your cards.
Yeah, so we did the trading cards, and they all turned up. And they, for those of you who were at the event, you will see they have beautiful yellow borders. Interestingly, depending on where different suppliers do things differently. Some suppliers print literally the whole image to the edge, which is an interesting approach. I didn't think that was quite common practice. But it's more common that you'd have a trim line, a bleed and a trim line. So like there's a room for some adjustment. However, in my case, the trim line was well over, and we lost a lot of the yellow border on some of the cards.
The blur is hating
the
cards.
But yes, so some of that was like, that's fun. And again, it's some of the things you deal with because like it's for a 1-day event. You don't use them again, so you just sort of have to roll with it.
We will talk about these later.
We absolutely will. But yeah, it was nice to go around. It was nice to have an opportunity to speak to the other artists and see how their setup was going. A lot of, I guess this does happen at cons, but I've never seen it to the frequency and the high level that the artists buying from other artist tables on setup day. I think maybe because a lot of the artists there all generally have a majority of them there are actually genuine, like into Sonic and stuff, and so a lot of them was like, oh, actually no, I want to buy stuff. So there was a lot, us ourselves included, were like, oh, that's nice. It's a 1-day event, we won't have time to do it on the day, so there was a lot of actual like trades and purchases happening on setup day, which was really cute.
We actually, funnily enough, made more money on setup day than we did in the entirety of our time at Inferno Fest. No shade to Inferno Fest, but
different kind of event. Yeah,
it does put things into perspective. Of scale and the willingness of the people attending to actually spend money.
I think, yeah, and I think doing these events back to back-ish also has taught me a lesson about learning fan bases' spending habits and purchasing habits and stuff. So that was really interesting because Sonic fans love to collect.
Helliver's fans,
yeah,
they spend it all on cosplay.
Which I get, because Sonic fans, the majority of them, it's like it goes back 35 years. Their parents may have been into it. Like so you can get so down the rabbit hole of being into that fandom, and obviously has been in comparison. It's like just had a season, just starting a second one, so it's in different places. But it was very interesting to see on the day. The other thing that made me very happy about Setup Day, which I wish more events would do, and I know some do, was the fact that we had the voice actors there for the event. And they do signings at many cons. It's very usual to get, go up and have autographs, photos and stuff. But we as traders don't get that experience because
we're too busy.
We turn up and we're working. It's literally work. We don't have time to have stuff like that. So on Setup Day, they actually had a time slot set up where all the people who were trading and vending could go and meet them for a special dedicated time slot, which was really nice. I really, really appreciated it. And it's probably the first time you've seen me fan out a little bit.
I did, yeah. Yeah, it was cute. It was cute. There was a little bit of you talking to Ryan, and while talking, going like, yeah, so, and just doing that. I'm like, oh, adorable. Yeah. Cute. Where I, on the other hand, made a complete ass out of myself.
Oh, so, yes. Yeah, you should say that, because that was...
I don't even know his name.
So we met Ryan first, the voice of Sonic,
very cordial,
voice of my childhood in terms of video games,
very cordial,
very
nice
lovely.
Nice
had a photo, just really nice. Signed a print. We signed 2 prints for us actually, which is really nice. We have, you may have seen it, we do a Live and Learn print, which is a Sonic Cage Dome design, and which is obviously based on Sonic Adventure. As the camera battles the focus and just says, no, I'm going to focus on everything around it instead.
These are the signatures.
Yeah.
You'll have to imagine it. Actually, we'll take a picture after that.
But Sonic Adventure, that's the voice he voiced that Sonic in that poses from. So he signed it, and something that I wasn't prepared for, which seems to be quite common, is they'll be like, what's the favorite line, and then they'll do it at you in the voice, and that was very intense. I wasn't prepared for that because I don't know how to react to that. Like, maybe people who do these things all the time are like, that's so cool and fun, but like just having someone like say Sonic lines at you, I'm like, what do I do?
I don't know.
Just go, thanks, and go, or clap, or I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That was like just my sort of my.
It's almost like when someone intensely serenades you at your face.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
But it was a lovely experience. We had that one, and we also had my, as people decided to baptize it, the lads signed as well by both the voice of Sonic and the voice of Shadow. So after we met Ryan, I went to pay. Yeah. This one I'm paying. So I went to pay for the interaction with Ryan. And in the meantime, Jaber decided that I'll just go ahead and talk to Shadow. And I'm like, oh, I'm behind on this interaction. And I turn around and David reached out his hand and said, what's your name? And I said, I'm Jill, who are you? And I'm like, oh, wait.
Oh, it's on the banner behind you, and that's the reason why we're here.
Okay. Yeah. And that is one of the least awkward interactions I've had with celebrities. We won't be talking about the others.
That was quite funny, but they were just. I really enjoyed talking to them. We gave all 3 guests who were there a pin related to the character they voiced, and they were all very well received.
Yes.
Really, really nice.
Unfortunately, because we were still mid getting stuff done
Yeah.
and helping everything. We couldn't stay, and because we ended up talking like 20 minutes to each of these people, and there was a queue behind us, and
Yeah.
maybe we needed to move on. We didn't stay to speak to the voice of Knuckles. However, we were very lucky that he came to our table and really enjoyed the work, took one of our business cards, and just a lovely
So sweet, so lovely.
person.
Because he walked up because all of them came down to have a wander around day on setup day. Because similar as us, like we'll be working too on the Saturday, so we won't see any of this. And he came up and we did ask him like, did you get your gift? Because we passed it to Kay.
Yes.
Because Kay was there managing the guests and stuff. Because Kay was like a spiritual figure. She was omnipresent. She was everything
Honestly.
in the con. She was like, yes, I'm here doing things everywhere.
Honestly, here, there, everywhere.
Yeah. And yeah, it was really nice so it was nice to get confirmation that he did receive his gift. It made me really, really happy.
Yes, was like, oh, it's you guys. Give me a card. And just looked at my t-shirts and everything. It was really cute. Really cute. I did wish that I am currently working on a Knuckles piece. I really wished that I had that finished on time so that can be signed. But
Next time. What else happened on Saturday?
I don't know. You trucked through it. I'm pretty sure that was it. After all of that, we we saw Bentley for a little bit.
Yes, as
Tiny
they
bit.
arrived. Yes, of course. All the music guests were turning up. We were listening to sound checks all day as well. Like they were all coming and going.
Oh, we had dinner with Bentley.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
We had dinner with Bentley.
One thing I'm really grateful for since the SonicCon is I've known Bentley a long, long time, and since 2007, 8, I can't remember. But it's only in the last year that we've properly evolved. Like I'd say, like being friends within like an industry of socials and fandom and stuff to actually just being actual friends, which has been really nice. And it was nice to have dinner with them and their partner.
Yeah.
So it was just a really chill vibe. Saturday was just everything. There was a good vibe. I remember you saying on the Friday actually that like I've just got a good feeling about tomorrow. And to be fair, your gut instinct's usually pretty bang on. It doesn't usually go wrong. So like the fact that you were going around saying like I don't know, guys, I'm feeling really buzzed for tomorrow. Like so.
Sometimes you just when you've done enough cons, you just know. Like on the Friday evening, there was such a nice ambient even outside. It was Halloween evening. People all decided to if they're lodging at the hotel, they're going to get in costume and they're going to meet downstairs and have drinks together, and they did like their own pre-con party in their cosplays and Halloween outfits, and it was really a nice vibe. We weren't a part of it. Mostly we weren't staying at the hotel, but also we didn't want to drink the day before and then be completely smashed because it was going to be a long day. So we had lovely dinner, we chatted, we gossiped with our bestie Bentley, and we just admired the ambience around us, and it was just people really vibing and excited for the day. So even if the volume of people wasn't what it actually turned out to be, chaos, then we I knew it was just going to be an overall vibe, a good vibe, because the vibe doesn't equals money.
No,
right?
No.
As we know, we learned this the hard way.
Yes, we have learned many a time.
If I could pay rent based off vibes, I'd be in a penthouse. But that was more or less our Friday.
Yeah, and my goodness, you had a good feeling for Saturday, and that it would be a good vibe and a busy, positive day. And yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Saturday was crazy. I will say we all got there at the very beginning. We all everyone goes to their tables and stuff. I didn't realize, and it means I didn't read the FAQ, so shame on me. But If I had read the FAQ, I would probably have noticed that there was actually a VIP, like early entry type ticket.
Not only that, but we were told like several times by JKK that there was going to be like, and now he even told us on Friday, the day before, let us know that the first hour is going to be quieter because it's for people who don't want to be caught up in the rush. So they bought like early entrance.
And fake fan, fake SonicCon fan. And those people started coming in, and like you said, it's a more quieter time. People going around, and even it was quiet, but still like a reasonable flow of customers coming by and things like that.
Oh yeah,
and very chill. What was interesting though was I'm so used to events that do a priority slot or an early slot that it obviously gets busier, but it's usually like, okay, it's quiet, and then gradually you start seeing a build up of customers come in. Even for the smaller events, I find that to be the case. This one almost felt so instantaneous, and I took footage, which you're watching now, of the queue outside waiting to come in for mail entry. It was snaking around everywhere. Like, it was insane. It went, because it's not just a case it went past the bar, it was like going around staircases, and like it was absolutely madness. So it was snaking.
Snaking. See, priority was busy by the standards of an early a 1 day smaller con, right? And unfortunately, I have been finding this trend where if priority is busy, that means that people are pushing to make their purchases early because they plan on doing things during the day.
Events.
Be it if it's MCM, they're going to stand outside in the green and take photos. And it's not shade. It's
just is
fact.
what it is.
They come in,
literally
do the shopping early, so then they can during the day, do the activities of the day. So when priority was almost half the money of MCM all of Friday, I was like, oh, it's going to be dead during the day because everyone's making their purchases now. The people who want to do the shopping probably got priority, so they can watch all the performances, they can do the signings, that they can do the shadow stage that had all the creators' appearances. It's going to be relatively quiet. And then come 10 o'clock, it was like doing a cardio session until 5 in the afternoon or 6 in the afternoon. It did not stop.
You know that scene in The Lion King with Simba when the stampede starts?
Yes.
It was that. We were Simba.
It was that.
Fighting for our lives.
It was that. It was very that. It was that. It was non-stop. It was 3 t-shirts. It was these prints. Can you get me 5 pins, please? Get this. It was like one after another. Wow. It was. I lost my voice just saying, "Can you wait? He's using the card machine." Like, I have never needed 2 card machines.
Like, it was crazy.
But this was like constant.
That's one thing I've learned, because when I started almost a year ago doing cons, we were using a different system which you could use multiple devices to take transactions on, which was kind of handy and stuff. And then we changed to one, and it was never an issue, because if the reality is, just being honest, like, it was never busy that we would constantly, like occasionally, but never constantly be needing to use multiple machines at once. This event though, like, we were literally had queues because we couldn't take the transactions
crazy
fast enough.
Order, another order. No sleep. Break, no sleep, no bathroom break, no lunch. Order. Crazy.
And like you said, the fact that it wasn't, for the most part, it wasn't just a case of, I'll buy SDK. It was like, I'm going to take the t-shirt deal. I'm going to take the prints deal. Oh, actually, I like this postcard, but I might as well get another 2. Like, they were like in love with the stuff, and it was really...
The amount of people who bought 3 t-shirts, 2 beanie hats, and at least 5 pins all at once was legit insane. Like, I have not seen this since literally post-COVID.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so nice, reinvigorating.
It was
Amazing.
It was so good, and I'm curious as well in the sense that obviously you did SonicCon last year and it was a positive event on a smaller scale, but still very positive. And you had 2 Sonic t-shirts, and that was the portfolio of Sonic stuff. Obviously, you started initially doing Sonic stuff because the movie had come out. We had seen the movie. It made logical sense. I'm sure I did some very polite nagging of like, I love Sonic, you should do Sonic.
I wanted to do Sonic stuff.
You did want to do it. I don't know if we foresaw just how much Sonic designs you would do over the 12 months.
Oh, definitely not.
I
thought I had like 5.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, the movie's out. Makes sense to do some movie-related designs and characters that we know are going to be in credits and stuff like that. And then it just snowballed. How do you feel about the portfolio? You must be proud of it because it flew off. Like it feels like a year's worth of work for one fandom.
I think so, yeah. I think it is very much like you say. It feels like a full year of work, kind of like full circled into being appreciated in one go.
Yeah.
I don't think that speaking money on the podcast directly is good, not because I don't care about sharing. I do, I would. I just know some of my peers who listen to us don't particularly enjoy knowing figures. It makes them feel uncomfortable or self-conscious, makes them compare themselves. So not that. But to give you an idea of the scale of the amount of customers we had, this one-day event that was from 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock, same hours as an MCM Saturday, right? Made me more money than any MCM Friday, Saturday, and a bit of Sunday combined, which is crazy because this event had about 3,000 people. 2,000. I think the capacity was about 2K in total, but that includes traders, appearances, and guests. Everything, right? Where MCM has over like 50K? No. I think they estimated like 70,000 entrances between the 3 days, something like that. Which I could be wrong. This is a lot of we sold 100% of our tickets bullshit. That never happens. It's crazy. The amount of people that were there and the amount of people that bought stuff is intense. And it is mostly due to the fact that I spent all year working mostly on Sonic designs. Am I happy that is where my portfolio is at? Post-SonicCon, yes. Yeah. I do feel like I might have strayed too much, maybe. Unless you're a Sonic fan or a furry adjacent person, you might not find much on my table at the moment that you would enjoy. And I think that is hurting my numbers in other events. Yeah. But at SonicCon, it was very well received, and people asking, oh, you've done this design and this design, are you going to work on so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so? People asking if we're going to be working on new pin sets, new characters for pin sets, new ideas. Am I going to be doing socks in this style? Am I going to be doing this and that? And the answer is we are doing a second part of the enamel pin set. Probably not on Kickstarter, because fuck that last year or this year was a headache. And I already have 15 new designs listed that are Sonic themed. So I guess that's a yes.
I think that's a yes.
Yeah.
I think there's also something nice that you have this now foundation of this specific portfolio in terms of Sonic. And you can, like, next year potentially diversify that into other franchises you're really into, but it means that we always have that foundation to like go. So like for another Sonic event, we always have those things, the vaults we can dive back into now because they are proved popular. So
Yeah, and I didn't say this, but a wise person at SonicCon said that it is lovely to see that I am the established Sonic artist at conventions, and you know what? I will take that.
Yeah, you should take that because it is very, very true. Another thing that we really liked about specifically our trading area was our location was very nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It was one of the first things you saw when you walked in.
Yes. Let's find my table at SonicCon. Found it.
The other thing that helped us in terms of our location was we were right next to our wonderful friend Rob from Printing Like Rabbits, who, as we mentioned during setup, he was the one who provides the many Sonic statues. You've seen Sonic, you've seen Shadow, you may have once in a while seen a cameo spot from Silver turn up once in a while. But this time it was...
all of them.
So many.
All the characters.
So many new characters debuted at this event.
Yes.
Wow.
Amy debuted.
Yes.
Knuckles debuted. And Tails. Lovely.
I think it's a toss-up between Knuckles and Amy in terms of my favourites of the new ones, but they're all so good.
I want to say out of all of them now,
Yeah.
it's definitely Knuckles. That's my favorite. He turned out extremely
For those of you listening and not watching on Spotify, etc., the Knuckles statue specifically was the movie render, and that's just such a good design to begin with. So like seeing it in 3D and like real life size and stuff. He's a thick lad. So it was very, very cool to see. And
Inch Knuckles.
Rob was there just to sort of like make sure they're okay, and people loved them. The reception was great to them.
It was, yes. People were taking photos and videos absolutely all day, and it was nice to see. Everyone was very respectful, which is crazy. You would think that the Sonic fans would be the ones that would be like all over the statues, but it was actually one of the staff members who tried to climb on top of one to go behind them instead of moving them like we told everyone else to do. So shame on you, staff member. Be embarrassed. For the rest, you were fantastic. You know, no one whacked them with plastic swords. No one threw beer onto them. It's crazy. I expected the worst.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be cleaning up vomit.
The fans were very respectful, I think, of them. It was really good to see. And what I really liked, and it's something just I love about this community and why I'm love being part of it, was lovely seeing people taking photos, and then they notice other people queuing up, like taking photos for each other and stuff.
Yes.
That was really wholesome. I really enjoyed that.
It was. Yes. I have to say, like, everything about the actual event came together nicely. Yes, there was the odd situation with there was a medical emergency that happened throughout the day that was happening in the signing section. Unfortunately, in the heat of the moment, not everyone is as receptive as you would imagine. Not everyone can understand that these things can't be controlled. So there were some spirits that were a little bit heightened, but it was taken care of the best as it could be. Kay, again, Saint doing her utmost best. Rob from Printing Like Rabbits detached himself from taking care of the statues to help out as best as he could with the queue lines for the signings. And it was dealt with the best way possible with the team at hand.
Actually, thinking about it, like, because Rob stepped out from his statues, like you said, and helped out. Rob was great. He was helping out with all sorts of areas throughout the day. A shout out to my darling friend Pete, who came as a paying guest, and he mucked in right away, didn't even question it. For those of you who don't know Pete, Titans Creed, he is one of the OG like Summer of Sonic volunteers, and like he was so good at just being like, what do you need, I'll do it, no questions, just get on with it. And he just snapped right back into that, and it was I could tell it was very appreciated. And he even checked in on us if he needed help with anything.
Many times.
Like, so a big shout out to you, Pete. It's that willingness for people just to muck in and help out when it's needed, I think is what makes these events work, because without those people it is a bit of a struggle. bit of a struggle.
So with the right volunteers, the right people, just hands-on going for it. We did the statues, the sales were rampant, the variety of artists was amazing.
Yes.
We had some familiar faces like Vex Siren, who we absolutely adore. Femboy Shadow t-shirt, had to get it. And there were also some international artists who came from Italy, Spain, different parts of Europe. I was absolutely impressed. I got this t-shirt from one of them who saved it for me just before the event started because I had a feeling it was not going to be there within the hour. And in fact, it was not there within the hour. They all sold out. And they are just starting doing t-shirts. And maybe the first time I feel like proper competition. Please don't do too many t-shirts. I might be out of business. But that tooting my own horn aside, it was just a really well organized and well brought together. The community had the right spirit. No one was being too extra, because people were being extra, not too extra. But the amount of people who laid down in front of the statues to take photos and blocking the entire thing was a bit too much. You know, maybe understand that there are walkways and it's a hazard when you lie down like Yamcha. I understand that's not what you were doing, but that's what you looked like. It's a lot.
I have a PSA for Sonic fans out there. I know you all played a game, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a real game. And it came out a couple of years ago. And it's where all the characters are on a cruise ship and Sonic is murdered and we have to solve out who murdered Sonic. Again, this is a real game. It's crazy. And the iconic screenshot that became a meme was the image of Sonic dead on the floor with his hand like that. And it's cute. We don't need to do it anymore. Let's move on from this trend of lying down doing the Sonic's dead pose.
Also, it's so unhealthy. Stop putting your face to a carpet where people are
It's also
putting their
is convention spaces. There's so many shoes, electrical reels and things, and it is. It is not the most hygienic place.
No, it isn't. It really isn't. Please stop putting your face to the floor. Oh my god. But yes, that aside, no one was too extra.
No.
There was
nice.
There was day drinking involved. There were 2 bars open to either side.
But no one
splashed anything.
No one spilled beer on any hedgehogs. Everyone also no one went crazy with drinking, which was so that everyone was good. Kind of
it was good. Everyone was responsible.
Our interactions were really great. I found it really satisfying and just validating to hear the good feedback on the Shadow Your Idol t-shirt, because obviously that's the first, as we've mentioned previously,
which sold out.
Yes, it was one of our best-selling products, which is...
It was. And to give you context, we knew that it would be a big selling design because it almost sold out at MCM. So we brought the same amount of t-shirts for SonicCon as you would for an MCM. But I also had this really weird nagging feeling. We are so white right now.
The sun is decided. Just the
sun is
gods are beaming,
and any white
Kay is nearby. The spirit. She's omnipresent. I'm telling you, she's nearby. She's just. I'm gonna whitewash you out, boy.
Let's fix this. There you go. That's
better.
A little bit better.
Much.
I like that. Powers. What were we talking about? We were talking. Oh, Your Idol.
Your Idol, yes.
So, Your Idol. I decided to take the same amount of t-shirts as I did for MCM London, which again, 3-day massive event, lots of people. But I had this nagging feeling that maybe we should take all the stock for Hyper Japan as well. I don't know why. We have Hyper Japan Manchester in next week. And I'm like, I don't know. I have this weird feeling.
We were counting the stock to segregate stock because it all comes in at once and pack it and everything is a process.
And because they are back-to-back-to-back events.
Yeah,
we have had literally events every weekend for
So
forever.
initially, it made sense to bulk order going forward for all those
Yes,
events.
exactly.
And then as we were doing it, you just turned around to me and said, like, we're going to take
We're
all of it.
taking everything.
We're
We're taking
We're
everything.
taking the Hyper Japan stock to
because
SonicCon.
it's just feeling really weird, and I needed to be there. And everything went. Everything. Not only the MCM amount of stock,
No,
but also
plus
the
that
Hyper Japan stock, which again is a 3-day event, just not at the same volume, maybe about 75% stock of what we take for MCM.
Yeah.
But it all went. It was a very popular design.
Yes. What would you say were other best-selling designs? Or products, I guess? Because some things do sell better as prints and then T-shirts and stickers, etc.
For context, it's this design, which you're not going to see again. Fuck.
Everyone just hides their face. There's no face. No, it really is like, no.
It still doesn't want to do
Just
it.
gonna have this
You'll
focus.
have to show them.
Yes.
But that is that.
Yeah, what would you say also did really well?
I can show the designs, but it will be blurred.
just blur it.
So the best-selling design that went sold out first was the new Metal Sonic design, which is a Godzilla Kaiju poster parody, part of my Godzilla Kaiju poster series that I'm doing, and that went fast. The last 2 sizes carried on for a little while because they were 2XL. We also learned that Sonic fans do not wear XL, 2XL, or 3XL.
Right.
It is a very small portion of that community that needs those sizes. Where for MCM, those are the sizes that go first, and you're always stuck with medium. So you can't really judge. That was the first design to go. The second design to go was Your Idol. The next design to go was our Live and Learn design, which is also one of yours.
Yes.
Which is the one that we had signed for context. And then the Mania design went. There was only a handful, maybe like 1 or 2 odd sizes, which again is one of his.
Yes.
Basically, what we're saying is that my design didn't really do much.
That's not what
It's
we're
only
saying.
his. We also almost sold out of the Werehog design in the beginning of the year that we released earlier on, but that design didn't really do well throughout the year. It just very specifically sold there.
Yeah, it stagnated a bit, didn't it? Yeah. And
Yes.
then it did, and then kicked off again. And what was really nice, I think it was the Werehog and Metal Sonic, the Godzilla parody, as we refer to them as. People would buy the T-shirts at the beginning of the day. And then wear them for the
change.
rest. They would change.
Yes.
And bear in mind, it's not like, I've got nothing Sonic to wear. They went to SonicCon, they had a ticket, they had Sonic stuff.
Yeah.
They were like, no, I'm upgrading to what's on in front of me. Yeah.
So
That was really nice.
I think it's worth mentioning that we had a conversation at MCM where everyone was like buying T-shirts and be like, "Oh, are you going to be at
It's at
SonicCon?
SonicCon.
I'll see you there."
Yeah.
So I said, I wonder just how many people are going to walk in wearing my T-shirts, right? Which you can say it's big-headed. It's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
However, as it turns out, not many people came wearing these T-shirts, right?
You saw a few, but not many. Yeah.
Exactly. There were, let's say, 10, 15 at the most, right? By the end of the convention, especially at the after party,
We had wardrobed.
we have wardrobed most of the convention. There were so many people, not only buying and wearing the Sonic stuff, but my Springtrap design, my Die Quick design.
Yeah.
They were just, whatever. Just give me one of those. I'm going to change now. Which is so validating. It's
really
so much
nice.
fun.
It's
and
so
also
nice.
the hats, they did so well. We decided, because I didn't know if attention would be given to the hats, we decided to do a raffle. And this raffle, I am telling you, was literally the bane of the day. I will explain why, right? You would come up to the table and you'd say, "Oh, can I buy a badge button, please?" Right? Which, I'll be honest, not many people bought just a badge button.
No.
Not many people bought just a postcard.
all
Everyone's
high-end
like, "Can I have 5 of them? Can I have
Yeah.
10 of them?" Right? Blah, blah, blah. We will leave it to that. The average purchase was not small like at a normal con. No. But let's say you, for instance, you came and bought a button. We would take payment and then we would rip out a raffle ticket, and for every single customer, we would say, you also get a raffle ticket.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, at about 5:15 at the latest, we are going to do a draw and we are going to pick 2 winners.
Yeah.
The winners are going to get to choose between a Sonic and a Shadow Beanie hat. We said that over 200 times.
Yeah.
By the end of it, looking at the raffle ticket was giving me PTSD.
And bear in mind, as the day went on, the spiel that we had to say got longer because people would ask questions and we realized we'd have to start saying, like, people saying, like, but I might not be here around 5 o'clock. What do I do? And they'd be like, don't worry, here's a business card, here's the socials, go check it, we'll be posting our story. So, like, it just, the thing you had to say got longer and longer because we've never done it before. So it's like,
crazy.
Oh, we need to communicate this thing that we hadn't thought to communicate. So, like, by the end, it was like, you know, like it felt like half an hour every time I had to do it. It wasn't. But it felt like, deep breath, I need to just read some terms and conditions at you.
But the thing is, when we would say about the raffle, some people would be like, oh, look at the hats. Can you buy the hats? Can I have one each? Like, so the raffle worked as a selling point for beanie hats as well, which is
there were people who would buy
do raffles, bro.
Right? Because people would be like, oh, nice. Well, I'm going to buy the Shadow one and then hopefully I'll win the Sonic one. So I have both. Like, people were literally doing that, and that was really fun. I learned how to tear a raffle book at pace. Yeah, because it's like such thin, cheap paper.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to delicately turn these corners. In the past, when I've done raffle books, generally I give a whole strip because you just tear down, you get a strip, and then you get 5 numbers. For some reason, like, we thought would be reserved with the tickets. Maybe there was a feeling like I don't know how many pages are in this book, but it meant it was very fun. What was nice about the raffle as well was actually, I mentioned people being like, what if I'm not around? But the actual amount of people who turned up for the raffle draw,
my goodness.
like,
oh my goodness. 5 o'clock also.
I wasn't
punctual.
There. I was watching
Bentley. None of these people had ADHD because everyone was there on time.
Yeah.
Right? And there were so many. A little crowd in front of us for the raffle.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was skiving off watching Bentley because Bentley's amazing. And Bentley finished, and there was a 15-minute break to Crush 14. It's like, okay, that's 15 minutes. I need to check. So about literally just gone 5. I walked back and I just saw.
Yeah, and we were all just waiting. For
and
him.
Everyone was like, "We'll wait if you get on with it. Come on." And. It was really fun because, well, in reflection, it is actually really fun because we did the draw. We did it from a beanie because
we did. We had a little beanie hat,
which is actually a very good receptacle for doing a raffle draw from. There's a reason.
There you go.
One.
You should buy one so we can do raffles out of it.
And the funny thing was, we drew the first ticket.
Mm-hmm.
That person, unfortunately, was not there.
No.
So we drew another one. The person had also not
been there, no.
And then we just made an executive decision because I think we were so encouraged by how many people showed up. We said, okay, we're going to do a third prize. Mm-hmm. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep pulling tickets until someone in this room watching right now is called. So what we're going to do now, so someone here wins, is we're going to keep drawing one until someone here gets a beanie. Otherwise, let's go, come on. 5'8", 58. No. Come on, just go down one. Keep going on. 193. 193.
Oh my God!
You're doing this on purpose now. You've done him 4 times now. 1, 2, 1.
Yay! Well done!
And now, which beanie would you like? Sonic or Shadow?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that we did that, and they claimed the prize. And the other thing I liked about the raffle was there more than one person who did not win then decided, well, I still want the beanie, I'll buy one.
Yeah.
So raffles didn't work because people were like locked in on getting that prize, and when they couldn't get it, they're like, I'm going to pay for it then.
Yeah.
It was really,
That's
really
so
fun.
cool. Yeah.
It's just that fun experience. I loved all those opportunities to interact with people and the back and forth.
Yeah.
Another good example of that, we mentioned the issue I had with my trading card. But
Yes.
SonicCon do the OC trading card.
Yes.
And it is a brilliant idea. They did a different design this year. So for those of you who don't know, they make a template and they post it on the website. Check the FAQ. And you can download the template as a Photoshop file, and you can add your original character's artwork to it. A bit of a blurb about who they are. And also add some socials if you want to.
There's some of
connect
them
with people.
I really particularly like. I have a favorite one, which, yes, I'm going to show because... oh, that's a really nice one.
There are some really, really good ones, and a lot of artists had them. They were at their table, and you could just trade directly from the artist tables. Obviously, every time I saw a guest holding like the cards, I'd be like, "Are you trading? Let me go grab one." We were that. It's just a really fun way to sort of. It's almost like an icebreaker, and I think it's so suited for conventions where you might feel uncomfortable speaking to people. It's a really nice way to get to talk to people and admire how talented this fandom is.
Yes, there are many nice ones, and we will be... almost tripped that one. We will be making a bonus video where I just show each one.
Yeah.
A quick and easy one. Don't expect anything flashy. But my favorite ones in order are that one, which I really need to somehow... Oh, there you go.
There we go.
That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It's so good.
They did such a good job. Shout out to Aztec.
It's a cool character name, by the way.
Then this looks sick. That is so cool.
My lad, Sonic Pox.
That is
Sonic
so cool.
Pox.
Sonic Pox, well
Yeah.
done. And my favorite one was from a fellow artist with their OC Dynamo. And
they
honestly,
didn't just do the art, they like redesigned the card and added their aesthetic to the borders and everything.
yes. Even the logo is customized, and there's the QR code in the same color of the character. And honestly, the camera doesn't do the colors justice because there's a lot of neon, there's a lot of effect. Amazing artists. You need to check them out. But we'll be doing a proper walkthrough of these maybe next week.
Yeah. And if you ever see me in the next...
He doesn't know about this. I just came up with it. This is how this works.
Yes, we will, apparently. And and if you see me maybe in future events in the short term, I'm sure I have a whole backlog of trading cards. You don't need to trade. Just if you want a J-Bear card, ask me if I still have any, and I will probably have some lurking in my bag somewhere because
Everywhere.
they're a joy. And
They're a joy.
yeah, if you didn't get to go to SonicCon, you could have a little souvenir.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And it turned out so good. Your card is so
yeah, I'm really happy with it.
So sweet.
It was
so sweet. I loved that everyone was like grabbing the card and going like, "Oh, he looks like you."
yeah.
He
They were
looks
like, "Oh my
you."
gosh, yeah." And I don't know why. The first time someone's asked me this question, like that isn't someone I like know, and they looked at it and then looked at me. So that does look like, it's like, is this your persona? And I was like, yes, it is. That's my persona. And it was so really nice to say that. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So
It's when you finally admit you're for the first time.
and I love it. One of the cards you showed is Sonic Pox, which for those listening on the Opinion Zone will be very, very familiar with Poxy, one of our old co-hosts. And those of you will also know that his actual name is Jordan. And yes,
okay.
And it was the first time I've seen him and a fair few others since, I want to say, for like 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
It was Sven, who was the creator of Sonic Stadium and also one of the creators of Summer of Sonic. I have not seen them since, I want to say... Actually, that's a lie. I saw them at the Sonic movie.
We saw them at the
With the
premiere.
exception of the premiere that one night, I haven't actually spoken or chatted to them prior to that for before COVID. So, was really nice to reconnect with these people, and I think I enjoyed the last SonicCon because there was that on a smaller level. Pete, again, shout out to Pete. But this event brought in a lot of the older generation of fans, which is my era. So to see them again and to reminisce about the Sonic show and Sonic Cage Dome and the Opinion Zone was really, really nice. I don't know, it felt very healing in a weird way to actually hang out with them again and chat to them and revert right back to being goofy idiots with each other. So, and massive shout out to our friend Kazzy, again, part of the Sonic show in the past. We bumped into her more than the others, but
we love her.
We adore her. I love her so much, and she's such a good energy. And every time she sees me, she's like, "Look up, make sure you're looking after yourself. Keep an eye." And she's just very caring and loving soul. So, it was really nice. I think if you have a fandom and being able to. Sometimes these events are the only times you get to see them. So just really, really nice. It made me really, really happy. I'm glad I got to see them. And shout out, Jordan, Nicole, Kaz, the many, many others whose names I've all forgotten now. Because there's just so many of them. So
Wow.
A big thank you to SonicCon for reuniting us. It was really nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. What do you want to talk about next?
So we talked a lot about our table and the interactions we had and stuff, but there was actually a lot going on. We've mentioned the voice actors because we got to meet them the day before.
We mentioned the amazing artists.
And the amazing artists. But there was 2 stages. Full of performances throughout the day.
Oh, yes. We even got to be on one of those stages.
My gosh.
Momentarily,
yes.
Momentarily. We took some photos of it.
We took some photos.
And maybe they can see them now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
On Spotify, you're missing it. Well, actually, no, not on Spotify.
No, on Spotify.
Not on Spotify.
Open the app, guys. Watch. Hi, you just opened your app. You were listening to us on the bus, and now you've actually opened it. Hi.
Yoo-hoo, summer flyer.
But yeah, so new performances. The Sonic stage, the main stage, and the Shadow stage, the second stage. I think they should switch around. Shadow's obviously the main character,
obviously,
in my opinion.
Yes, definitely.
In all forms that come in. And the the Shadow stage had 2 of our friends perform in a very special cosplay. Oh my gosh! I hadn't even thought about it.
I actually cannot formulate a proper thought about this. So I knew shortly after SonicCon last year that my friends Fruit Bats cosplay and Strawberry cosplay wanted to do my designs from last year's SonicCon, which were Police Officer Rouge and Fireman Rouge, as their cosplay for the second SonicCon. And they are very talented cosplayers.
Oh, yes.
But at no point did I think, I wonder what that is going to look like, because I imagined the best, right? But I still wasn't prepared. And when I saw the characters just come to life,
they really did.
They looked so good. And I was low-key very emotional. If I didn't have that many people,
600 people trying to buy one,
constantly buy from us, I think I would have become,
the emotions would have
really emotional. But it was so fantastic. I really just wish we had more time to soak it in, and we are going to be talking to them.
Yes, that's something for you guys to look forward to. We have we caught up with them briefly on the day, but we will be having a proper sit-down chat with them to discuss that whole process. So look forward to that. Their performance was awesome. I haven't I guess because the last time I didn't catch them when they did their stuff, but
not the wig flying.
the wig
flying.
But this time round, got to see them sing, got to see them dance. They can do some moves, my goodness. Like, that was choreographed so well and just very, very impressive. And my personal highlight was, they thought, we're going to do a song from a different franchise. We're going to do a Has Been Hotel, and we're going to sing Loser. But we're going to sing it as our characters. So,
So the
Rouge.
lyrics were changed and rewritten.
Rouge singing about, being owned by an egg-shaped freak and all this sort of stuff. Like, all the lyrics were changed. It was just really fun, and the audience were very receptive to it. Because a lot of them know the songs from Has Been, so just to hear a Sonic spin was really, really fun.
Right turn, coach, loser, you fell for a kidnap. You'll be forgotten at rock bottom, but you got company.
Is it supposed to make me feel better?
There was a time I thought that no one could relate to the gruesome ways in which I'm damaged. But letting walls down, it can somehow set you straight. We're all living in the same egg sandwich.
I sold my soul to an evil egg-shaped freak.
And you think that makes you unique. We're both losers, baby, we're losers. It's okay to be
A floozy and a narcissist.
That's alright with me.
I'm a loser, honey, a schmoozer, and a dummy, but at least I know I'm not alone.
Losers
Just like me.
I got an appetite for speeding.
I got an appetite for greed and every ring and gem that I can find.
Go ahead, baby, sing that song. Come on.
I feel too socket-hot with fear.
I swore revenge for Maria. Now I'm on the Eggman's team.
I'm trapped and it gets worse with every year. You're a loser, baby.
A loser, but just maybe if we eat egg together, things will end up differently. It's time to Thursday's new. Show some let both who you are.
A loser, just like me.
They were really, really good. We did catch up with them on the day. Do check our socials because we have a little reel, a little TikTok of them discussing their
Exclusive of the babies.
check YouTube Shorts as well, and for us catching up with them and their experience. And yeah, there's just cosplays were great. I was really, really impressed, and seeing something you've drawn at the event that we met at literally come to life is insane.
So crazy.
They weren't the only friends we saw perform, though. No. Back over on the Sonic stage, we managed to catch our dear, dear friend Bentley.
Yes.
Absolutely smash their set. It was so good. I cannot personally express knowing that they last year were in a place where they were sort of wading back into the idea of getting involved in the community again, because they stepped away from it from a while, and to see them fully live their pop star life as they should be, as they are, and just it was packed. The room was packed. It was a fully crowded space. All the like glow sticks were out. Like, it was crazy, and just really, really made me happy to see them cheering Bentley on and shouting Bentley on and singing along to the songs. Bentley has such an effortless stage presence. It comes so natural to them that when they perform, it's like
Very
you're
nice.
there. Are we bringing in planes now?
Isn't that what you do?
It is, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because they do it in time to the beat, don't they?
Yeah.
So, they have such a natural stage presence, and it's so good to see. I love seeing them perform, and they were doing tracks from their brand new album as well, which was really cool. Also, Bentley had made the theme for SonicCon UK, the theme song.
Yes.
And they debuted it on this massive LCD screen. The stage setup was amazingly well done this year. And they debuted a brand new music video for that song, featuring their OC, Oscar. And it featured other people's OCs as well within it.
Which was done through a competition through their Instagram, and all the art outside of the OC's art of the different people, all the visuals, all the 3D movement and lip syncing and so on about Oscar and the music video was done by Bentley themselves.
Yeah.
Which is, if you have ever tried to dabble in 3D, it is just mind-boggling that someone could within a year not only create their own OC, because they decided to create Oscar based on their interaction at SonicCon, but also be able to make a music video that is fitting for a stage performance in front of hundreds of people.
So this is the crazy thing about that, because again, if you're just listening and not watching, please go find the video. But this was a big scale video, massive set pieces, so much going on. I remember when Bentley, beginning of the year, was sending me photos of, I've just learned how to render a donut. So basically I've learned how to render a circle with a hole in it. And now I've learned how to do sprinkles. And on setup day, I think it was, they got their phone out and said, do you want to watch the video for tomorrow? And I was watching me like, what the fuck? How have you done this? This is crazy. And they don't really, they sort of hint at it, but I think there's a lot of people who wouldn't appreciate that was all hand done by them. That's crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They are a very, very dedicated artist. And I think the important thing to mention about Bentley and Bentley's work within the Sonic community is that, with all due respect to all the other artists that were performing at SonicCon, right? They have music careers, and they are performing, getting in contact with the Sonic community. They are performing, but the Sonic community isn't a priority in their performance, in their career, because it is a gig.
It's a gig.
And it is a project that they worked on X amount of years ago, that they are very cordially and very enthusiastically coming to perform at SonicCon and be a part of that moment, to give you Sonic fans something exciting and memorable, right? With Bentley, it is very different. Bentley is an active part of the Sonic community here in the UK. Their idea was not just to make a music video for SonicCon, but to include the community within it, to make sure to listen to people, to have their characters visually appear on there. I was pretty sure that there were only going to be 1, 2, or 3 people appearing, but it was tens of them.
So many.
Tried to put as many
Yeah.
voices and visuals as possible to celebrate the community that they had stepped away from, but now they have become so embraced by here in the UK. With the gig earlier in the year in March, and now this, I genuinely think that Bentley has become a staple artist, musician when it comes to the Sonic community,
100%.
especially locally. Surely, we are not there when they are in the different parts of the world celebrating their tours. But here in the UK, I genuinely hope that people understand just how much love Bentley puts into this community and give it back to Bentley and our work tenfold.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other artist who's actively making new music for that fandom, who's even collaborating with other music creatives in the fandom. Like, not big names. Like, I've seen you do some like performances at some cons and stuff. Let's make a song together. Like that's so involved in the
Like
community.
how in March they were working with Breton Boy, who is a lovely, lovely young man, and very talented. And again, Bentley reached out, they collaborated. It is just such an important thing for the Sonic community to realize that someone who has worked with some big names is putting them as a priority.
Yeah, it's
Where
so
others
rewarding to see.
don't.
And
Isn't it?
I'm happy to see. Yes, that's a good
Shade.
way to put it. Their effort into the community, I think, is really nice to see that it is a mutual feeling with the fandom. So
People were hyped during that.
hype during the performance, and what was really nice to see was we were speaking to them before, and there was a lot of conversation like, how long do you think you'll be staying, because obviously you've got to go back home and things like that. And they said, well, we'll do the set list, and if there's anyone around, we'll stay for a bit, but we'll probably head off once the gig's done. When I tell you they were one of the last people out after everyone had packed up and gone, it was just us and them basically at the end, because once that gig was done, I think it reminded people, like, one, what a talented person Bentley is, but also, again, that community involvement. And it was busy the whole time. Permanent queue, people wanting to get stuff signed, photos, just chat and say thank you, buy the new CD. You should buy the new CD, BentleyJones.com. Yeah, it made me so happy, because I could just like peek around the corner and be like, nice.
They're still there. They're still queuing and chatting and living their best life, which is so much deserved, honestly.
Oh yeah,
we love you, Bentley.
we do love you, Bentley, and Bentley did great in the game show, quiz show thing that they did. Johnny was there too. TJ Davis was there too. They all had great performances. Johnny smashed it, knows how the crowd go wild for Johnny. We were still crazy that we couldn't watch all the performances, because even when like Johnny was performing, we were still having customers. Like, even that little trickle of customers who weren't actually watching, the majority of people were in there. Still, the people outside were still making purchases and stuff, so we weren't able to.
I assumed that come 5 o'clock, that's why the raffle ended at 5.
Yeah.
Because I assumed that there would be no more sales, right? Because everyone's inside watching the final performance, and that's it. Oh no. We were packing down with half our pins already in boxes and stickers, and people are like, oh, can I get something from what's left? Like, oh my God.
Which the answer was,
You shouldn't be here, ma'am. But yes, please.
You can, but then you go. So that was crazy. But yeah, from what we could hear, like, Johnny was absolutely killing it, and the crowd were going wild. So I think everyone who was watching the stage stuff generally had a very good time. Oh, also, just popped into my head randomly, my good friends at Sonic Paradox had a panel on the main stage.
Well done.
And one, I'm so happy for them that they had like a
The turnout
full
was
house
really good.
to
Well
watch
done.
them debut their latest animation and stuff, because they work very hard. They've it's rare for, even Sonic Show didn't achieve it. Like, to have a team who've been there since like the early 2000s to still be as close and work together this much later on is insane, is crazy.
Well done.
And they're reaping the benefits. So people go mad for Sonic Paradox, as they should. So I'm very happy for you guys. You did really good. So awesome.
Well done.
I feel like, in terms of the main event, SonicCon, I feel like that's everything that happened during the day.
So good, so wild,
So
wild. It is hard to explain, but the day was so full on that I can only remember snippets.
Yeah.
Because everything was so fast paced and fast moving that everything just blurred into one experience of like, there's so much going on. In the best way possible.
Yeah.
Because, again, please don't think that what I'm saying is like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed. No, it was so good. And in the moment, we were running on adrenaline. We were so happy.
Yeah.
We just kept looking at each other like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
This is so intense and so good. Which reminds me that we need to genuinely thank both Jake and Kay for... not coming back a second year, but for creating the most memorable experience of conventions this year, even though I've done somewhere around 22 events, which we don't want to revisit. This was so good. It just fills us with so much energy. We came back, made a list of new designs. You can imagine, even though we were fucking exhausted. I also want to take a moment to thank... my friend Christine from Little Japanese Corner, who showed up, completely surprised us, came with food to make sure that we had eaten, and gave us what was probably her own lunch. And then when she heard that Bentley was performing, she was like, well, I sell at cons, you should go and enjoy the performance at least for a few minutes, and I'll take care of the table. And she was there manning that table with absolutely no information. No information. This is the card machine. Prices are there. Bye. And smashed it. Christine, you absolute legend. We love you so much. We also have some figures here.
Yeah.
I'm still so sore from this event that Christine gave us at the end of MCM that we will need to unbox at some point. I say that every time Christine gives me something. I haven't unboxed things that were given to me in 2023. But I'm terrible. Anyway, sorry, Christine. I love you, Christine. Yes, it was so good. It was a whirlwind of a day. It's a blur, but it is the happiest I've ever been coming out of a convention. I can genuinely say that is the most takings I've ever done in any event ever. In one day. No, I'm not even like saying, that MCM Saturday post-COVID where my mom and I literally collapsed on the floor at the end of the day with how tired we were. And I may have had a little cry because I was so in physical pain from... We smashed that by a lot. So not even like a tiny bit. A lot.
It's actually wild. It's so intense.
Which also speaks to how in sync we are when we work behind the table. Because I didn't feel like broken tired.
No. I think we definitely felt the tiredness. But at the same time, I think...
my feet were dead.
Oh yeah, I couldn't feel anything below my ankles. Like it's just like I'm just walking on tree stumps right now. I feel like I'm walking like Mephiles. That's my legs. Mephiles' legs. That's how I feel right now.
And I will be honest, it has been now 4 days.
Yeah.
And I am still very tired, especially doing it back to back after MCM.
Yeah.
It was immensely tiring. Kay asked me at one point if I thought that it was a mistake or if that the event was the weekend after MCM. But after how MCM performed, which wasn't bad, but still disappointing by my standards. It was exactly what I needed.
It was the perfect pick-me-up for sure.
But it left us without any energy.
Yeah, completely wiped us. But I will say, out of all the events I've done so far this year, there's only a few left, to be honest. I think even if I wasn't a Sonic fan, I would probably say this was the one I enjoyed working at the most. Just the vibes were there. It was just a good vibe. It was a very nice environment. However, it didn't end there.
No,
There's an
there was
after
more.
party.
There was more.
We are absolutely... Oh, between that, so not only are we trashed from a long day, we then have to break everything down, pack it away into a van before the after party was happening in the same
as quickly as
space.
possible, while this one random hotel staff member had absolutely no concept of what he was doing.
Just playing musical chairs and walls.
And just kept kicking my stuff into my banner. Words were going to be said. When I inquired how long he's going to keep doing that for, I was like, excuse me? Like, just
answer the question.
So aside from that lovely person aside, we had to break everything down, go back to the hotel, have a shower because we were, fragrant after a day of work, and then grab a bite to eat and go to this after party back to we're gaga basically. It just doesn't stop.
Literally, the meme is our lives.
We are gaga, and we made it to the after party. That was more or less what I expected it to be. It wasn't a Rakukon after party, but that is mostly because it was in such a big hall.
Yeah.
And the queues to get a drink were reflective of the amount of people that were there. So most of my friends were buying 3 drinks per person at a time.
So they'd have to queue again, which is smart, to be honest.
Valid. And the music was amazing. People were really, really vibing.
Brilliant.
I was too tired to have a cheeky dance, unfortunately, this time.
I think
it's great.
It's certainly a different environment. Like you said, Rakukon, and even the previous SonicCon have traditionally happened in bars, like actual bar venues, which I think is a more a vibe I can personally get into. This is just still a hotel convention space. But I think in a weird way, I didn't mind that because while there was like a center area with the DJ and like people loving the music, going all in, my friend Kaz was just lost in lots of the music. It was also nice that I think at the back a lot of the artists were just like debriefing and catching up and being like, okay, well that was a crazy day, how have you been? So it was nice to actually just sit and chat over a drink with these people you don't get to do that very often with, because even again at bigger cons, like you'll do your day and then maybe your table or the people you're working with or traveling with, then you'll go off and do a meal. So actually to be able to mingle with so many artists in a social setting was actually really, really appreciated. And we also got to see one of our a friend of ours now and a regular customer, absolutely.
Oh, shout out to Aaron,
yes,
who had a great time.
Yeah.
That is the only way I can describe it. I think he had a great time. He over dinner was telling us about his love for the Persona soundtrack. Walked into the after party, Persona soundtrack going, and that's it. We lost him to Persona
as soon as because he was in the middle of the crowd and and then Persona track came on, and I was like, oh shit, it's the song, it's the battle music song. Oh my god! And then. I got so excited, and I was looking for him, and when I saw him, he had turned around and looked at me, being like, "The Persona's like, yeah." So that was really
cute.
That was
so nice. So nice.
Like...
Feel good vibes. Also, shout out to my dear friends Ginger Jaws, who I spent most of the after party chatting with, talking about conventions and a little bit of goss here and there, which we love doing. But yeah, it was just an overall very good experience. And from speaking to other artists at the end of the day, it did seem like everyone more or less had a fantastic day in terms of sales, completely exhausting. And everyone was happy, which is, again, within itself quite rare at an event that everyone feels this massive influx compared to other things that they do.
Yeah.
There was an Italian artist who I really bonded with. I absolutely love her work, and she was explaining to me that within the initial hours they had already surpassed most of events in Italy, because she had never seen anything as overwhelming as that. So, you know, it was good. We need one of these a month, I think.
Yes.
And then we can buy a house.
Yeah. Right. So we don't want SonicCon 2026. We want SonicCon December.
Monday.
SonicCon January.
Monday, please. But no, obviously, there are so many elements that made it what it was. There were the international guests.
Yeah.
Not just guests, like attendees. Sorry,
yeah. People traveled
There were
around the
people
world
from
to come.
Australia. There were people from Canada. There were
Spoke to a lot
people
of
from
Americans who came.
American people
Yeah.
were everywhere. They don't, buy one sticker.
Yeah.
No.
They're like, we are buying another suitcase to
Yes,
go back home. like
exactly.
crazy. There was the person who has a social media where they travel around with 2 Sonic plushies.
Yes.
And was just gifting us stuff Sonic themed stuff they'd found
Amazing.
along their travels.
Oh my god, we loved you at the end of the day. We traded a beanie hat for an exclusive
Yes.
Shadow dressed as Batman, the collab with
Yeah,
DC.
DC Comics,
We don't get any of that here in the UK. So it was nice for us to get our hands on that in exchange of one of the beanies,
Yeah.
which was awesome. And then after trading for the beanies, this lovely gentleman, after giving us so many sweets
Yeah.
and so many things that were Sonic branded, was like, I want both beanies. I'm going to buy the other one.
Yeah.
Which was, again, you fucking legend. That's all I can say. You need to bleep that out, probably. But yeah, it was just a nice experience, and we're obviously harping on. We're well over an hour now,
Yeah.
but we just cannot tell you what kind of feel good experience this was. Every second was packed with another like, whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
What was nice for me was the last SonicCon was so good for me, a really personal good experience that really helped me in many ways.
That's where we met, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, so catalyst for many good things. But I guess there was a little part of me, a little voice in the back of my head being like, oh, what if that was just like a one-off, like, nice thing, and can you replicate that?
The
And
first
that-
SonicCon.
Yeah. And shout out to Jake and Kay and Raku Events, like, it surpassed it. And I remember thinking, oh no, this is just a solid event, and I think we'll always be able, if it carries on the trajectory it's on, we'll always be able to maintain that good feeling it brings me.
Yeah.
And the Raku events in general, every Raku event I've been to, whether it be music gigs, RakuCon, SonicCon, there's always that similar energy and vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a well organized and the good people are behind it. So to have that combined with something of this scale was so good and so amazing and made my heart very happy.
My children have all grown up, and now they organize the best events for smaller communities. I think we kind of discussed this yesterday between us, where you said it is coming to a point now that as soon as Raku Events is tied to a small event, people just know it's going to be time.
That's like, okay, it's in good hands. Like, there's no worry about
And it's not a matter of pressure, because I know that Kay will be listening to this and be like, oh, no, pressure. No, it's just they have cracked it. They know what works, and they know what people want, and they do their utmost best to make sure that people get it. And if anyone out there ever says the words, oh, they do it for the money, we will come after you.
we will personally, in our beanies, will come after you.
Yes,
Like,
chains and beanies.
it's the last thing
and
you will
cute
see
clothes.
is these 2 beanies
Yeah.
running towards you.
But yeah, it's impressive. Well done from the both of us.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
We are so proud, and I'm very grateful that you've made an awesome event for a little Sonic fan like me to enjoy. All us Sonic, little Sonic fan, little blue people, all around the country.
Okay, April 64.
Really. We are also very, very grateful, and we can't wait for what you guys do next.
Yes.
Right. That was SonicCon. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
I'm sad it's done.
I am sad it's done. It feels in a weird way, or for me personally, in a weird way, like doing new Sonic designs and the pins. Every time we've done one, in my back of my head, it's always been like, is this for SonicCon? Like, is this something that's worth doing for that? And now it's over, and I'm like, oh, like, now I need to.
We just need the date. We need a date and a confirmation about SonicCon happening next year.
Yeah.
And around what time of year and where it's going to be held, which obviously the two of us have an idea, but we can't say that because it's not released information. But once that appears, once that is out in the public, then game on.
Game on.
Year 3.
Year 3.
And you always know the second one is actually not the best one. It's
I was gonna
always
say.
the third one. Third and fourth and fifth.
Yeah, and 6, and 7.
And the rest.
So if the like what is traditionally like the lesser one, the second one, if that's what that is, fucking hell.
I can't wait to meet Keanu Reeves next year.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Cut that out. I think it's time we go.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. As always, to the Opinions and the Convention Creatives podcast. Do stay till the end to find out where you can find us on socials, because we're always up to something.
Yes,
There's always
please.
stuff going on. And as well, a little bit about our Patreon and our backers. But until we see you next time, it's goodbye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. It's Sonic Racing. Da-da-da-da-da.
Firstly, a huge thank you to our amazing conventioneers, Beck and Kit, who have joined our Patreon. Support the show and join the community yourself at www.patreon.com/theconcreatives. Find out more from our show sponsors and where to follow us on social media at www.theconcreatives.com. The podcast is hosted and produced by Gilles Bone and Jay Eggman.